I believe we can play the G20 rule if we work together. Indonesia has made significant contribution to the world's southern region. As we know, Indonesia has a good demographic advantage that allows it to play a meaningful role in the climate change. The climate change program can be carried out effectively with the largest young generations among Indonesian population by instilling massive awareness in the young generations. Indonesia is a country located on the Earth's equator, and it has a very strategic area at the south end of the Earth with half of its territory in the Pacific region, which is very significant for the Earth's harmony. As a country with over than 1,700 islands and diverse biodiversity, both on land and sea, Indonesia is one of the largest countries in the world in terms of oxygen reserve. The large forest, the sea that is wider than the land, and the sea that is capable of absorbing carbon emissions. As a country that has ratified numerous treaties around the world, both regionally and internationally, Indonesia plays a critical role in maintaining global harmony through the rule of law and the collaboration of the Indonesian parliament with the government policy. Indonesia places a high value on international law agreement and is committed to implementing international agreement that includes standardizations of the use of sustainable energy. It is consistent with the Glasgow Agreement's goal of reclaiming initiative for governments and international institutions through development of an alternative tool for actions, as well as a space for strategy and coordination for the climate justice movement. Until now, the climate justice movement has placed a strong emphasis on pressuring governments to take climate action or to advocate for stronger international agreements within the framework of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Meanwhile, emissions continue to increase. Thus, the Glasgow Treaty proposes that civil society come up with a plan of action on its own, no longer waiting of governments and international organizations to implement it. Our goal is to use a variety of strategies and tactics, include civil disobedience to achieve the emission reduction needed to prevent a 1.57 temperature rise by 2100. Government's management and funding through government ministries and agencies. The government has provided funds for sustainable energy and carbon emission and through NGOs around the world, especially with developing countries of the European Union. Today, Indonesia plays host of the G20, which has an important role to play. Indonesia is also a country that has values sustainability. One of them is take electric cars, reducing and manage every energy efficiently. In addition, Indonesia has been able to conclude a number of international agreements through bilateral diplomacy with neighbor countries. Indonesia take rules to reduce plastic use with the concept of recycling plastic from inorganic to organic and continuing the reforestation campaign, the campaign against illegal logging, the prevention and mitigation, as well as law enforcement according to standards and agreements. Indonesia is the host country of G20. Indonesia is one of the countries that have ratified the Glasgow Agreement. So let's join hands to manage and play part in climate change to create a better world. There is a wise word said that Earth is a fine place worth fighting for.